We all have access to an infinite reservoir of spiritual energy that can help us in any aspect of our life. We're actually already tapping into this by the way we're living our life, but we can tap into it more directly to help us in everything that we're doing. Let's explore how we can do that. Everything in life is drawing on this universal life force to be creative and expressive. How do we access this universal life energy in a more direct way? Well, there is a magnificent part of our auric field that is the ambassador, that is the link to the divine source of spiritual power. This ambassador is called the higher self. Now, we've heard about the higher self in metaphysical teachings. Many have talked about it, but I'll ask you, where in that auric field is the higher self? And how exactly is it bringing in this universal life energy? Well, the beauty is, and the beauty of working with the aura, is many of the spiritual concepts that we have studied in our spiritual endeavors and metaphysical studies have an actual location in the auric field. It's actually part of the aura. And your higher self is one of the most beautiful parts of your auric field. It appears as a golden white chakra point, a sphere of light, about 2 feet above your physical head. You could call this the 8th chakra if you like. It's above what is commonly called the crown chakra, and it is above the auric shell itself. And your higher self is drawing in the universal life energy to you. And how can it do this so well? Because it is in a divine state of consciousness. By being just sort of outside the auric sphere itself, if we want to call it that, it can stay in this sort of perpetual state of divine awareness. So right now, there's a part of you that regardless of what you're thinking or feeling today, whether you had a good day or a bad day, whether you're feeling aligned with the universal flows or not, this part is staying in that beautiful flow of light and can be of so great assistance to you. So then it becomes our job to reach into that higher part of us. So, okay, if I got upset about something, if I'm worried about something, if I'm angry about something, if I'm sad about something, I can put that on the divine altar. I can let it go and say, my job now is to commune with the higher divine part of me that is in commune with the universal powers and can draw that energy into me. And the very act of even doing that is very elevating. I'll give you an example here in one of the biblical stories, very, very famous, of Moses before the burning bush, getting the first divine revelation that set him on his entire mission that changed the nation and changed the world, right? Well, when he first came before the divine, the first words the divine said was what? Take your shoes off. The ground on which you stand is holy, before any revelation was given. And what does that mean? That means, well, shoes is earth understanding, feet is earth power. When you're on sacred ground, you have to let go of the cares. And your first job is to commune with the divine, to get into that higher consciousness. So as you get into that higher consciousness, then you can start receiving the light, receiving the inspiration in its beautiful power. Now, another very important facet to this is a technique of drawing in more specifically a particular energy, a particular quality that you like. And here I want to differentiate between the act of meditation and the act of prayer. In the work we do with the auric field, we are actually doing both. We are doing meditating and we are praying. And we call this meditative prayers. We bring the two together. So it's not just meditating, it's also prayer. Now, what's the difference? Well, you can think of it like completing a circuit. Prayer is petitioning the divine. It's ascending up and out of energy. You are first communing with the divine for the joy of communing with the divine, not to make God a servant, not to try to say, well, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm feeling a little disconnected now from my divine source, so through prayer, I commune with that divine source, and I can do it through my higher self. And then meditation is the complement to that. It's receiving from the divine. So I make a prayer, a request. It's not a command. It's not a demand. It's a request. The divine will always give us what we need. And then we open to receive it. It's like a circuit. One is going up, the other is coming back. And then you're receiving the full bounty. What I'd like to do now is give you an example of 3 meditative prayers you can employ right now. They're going to work in different facets of your auric field, and there'll be different energy rays to call upon. The first meditative prayer is going to focus on the heart chakra. Right here, there is a beautiful chakra of light. It's commonly called the heart chakra. In our esoteric tradition, it's also called the Hermetic Center. And this is a fascinating part of us because this is the energetic nucleus of all your personal world affairs. Think about that. Everything going on in your life right now, your career, your finances, your relationships, is making an energetic connection right here. What you're taking in, what you're putting out. A lot of going on there. What we'll ask now is to bring the golden ray of wisdom light into this heart chakra, into this Hermetic Center, to give us more strength, more courage, more fortitude, so that we are brave in our life and we are going out to do the things we need to do. And I will do this in a very simple meditative prayer where I'm requesting what we call a down-raying of the spiritual energy. So now, in doing this, you can keep your eyes open or closed, but you want to be in a very relaxed state. And your attention can start by being at that higher self point, because that's where the light's going to be coming down from when we're requesting it. And as it comes in, almost like a beam of light, just see it blessing your heart center and giving you strength and courage in your world affairs. Okay, here we go. Start by envisioning that golden sun above your head, and I'll begin with a prayer. I request that you down ray the golden ray of wisdom light from my higher self point to my heart center and outray into all my human earth affairs, giving me courage, strength, and wisdom in everything I'm doing in my life. And now just feel that energy permeating your heart center. Feel that courage. And that's it. You see how simple that was, but yet how effective to get the energy moving. Now in the second one, we're going to work in a very important chakra point down by the navel. It's called the emotional center. You have an energetic nucleus of all of your feeling nature. Right now, whatever you're feeling is radiating a quality from this part of you. We're going to request a loving energy from the universal life force to draw in. It looks as a rose pink light, deep rose pink light. And we're going to ask love, unconditional love, to permeate that emotional chakra point. And here's the meditative prayer for that. So again, close your eyes. See that golden sun above your head. And now here's the meditative prayer. I request that you down ray the deep rose pink ray of spiritual love from the celestial source to the higher self point, and from there to downray this loving light into my emotional center near my navel, and outray through all of my feeling nature to feel love, compassion, and to feel nurtured and cared for by the divine, to recognize my self-worth, and to express that love in everything I do. Great. Now, in the receiving, of course, you can hold in that silence as long as you feel you need to. You've made the request. Let's do one more. We're going to work with the pure white light. That's a very famous energy to work with. It brings in a lot of purity. It brings in an aligning, an elevation, and a lot of illumination. And we're going to ask it to go to our chakra point in our head here, our mental center. And here's the meditative prayer for that. Again, close your eyes. Feel the golden sun, the higher self point, 2 feet above your head. And here's the meditative prayer request. I ask that you downray the pure white light through my higher self and into my mental center, and outray through all my mental stream of thoughts, releasing any unkind thoughts, any distressed or upset thoughts, and uplifting my mind in this magnificent pure white light, illuminating, revealing, helping me to understand more and see more through the eyes of spirit. And then you're done. I hope you enjoyed these meditative prayers and encourage you to really work with the universal life energy. We receive it every day by being alive on this earth, but we're meant to cooperate with it. We're meant to draw from it and learn its operation and enhance it, and most importantly, express it into our life. So I hope you get into more of these meditative prayers and you understand their value, the petitioning of the divine, the receiving from the divine. It will enhance your life in every way. Do you want to learn more about the auric field and metaphysics? Subscribe to our channel and check out our website about our courses and books.